Hello and welcome to a new video. My name is Kika, and in this video I'm going to try to finish all of the works in progress, my current knits, in this video. So let's get right into it. I am going to try to challenge myself and actually finish these 5 works in progress that I have chosen. I have much more knits that I'm currently working on, but I chose these 5 because they are the ones that I'm most excited about at the moment. Most of them are also summer knits, and we are slowly but surely moving into summer season here in Helsinki, Finland, where I live. And one is a sweater project that I just really want to wear. So let me explain the reason for making this video and come clean about some things about being a knitter. Before we continue on, I just want to mention I'm wearing my late checkout sweater. I have a full video tutorial for it on YouTube, so for those of you asking. To be honest, I've been feeling a little bit low lately for, well, some personal reasons, and I don't know, maybe it's just like after winter, like all of that tiredness just somehow bubbles up. So I felt a little bit sluggish is maybe the right word. And one thing that always gives me energy and joy is starting new knit projects, but also finishing knit projects. And in this video, I decided to focus on the latter, namely trying to finish some of the projects that I have on my needles. Needles in plural form. So, and I thought it would be like a nice motivation boost to do a little vlog while I do this. And also I'm going to invite you along with me if you have some projects sitting around in corners, in project bags or in boxes. So before I often, or still, I will have project bags with my knit projects, but I realized that not seeing them, not having them visible, sometimes make me even forget what I have. So I've recently actually upgraded, so I bought these little boxes and also this size boxes. So I have a lot of my project in these boxes, in this cupboard here in our bedroom, so I can see them at a glance, which I feel is a huge game changer. Anyways, in this video, I'm gonna try to be a little bit structured about it. So I'm actually gonna try to break down how much time I estimate for each project so that I can keep a somewhat realistic timeline. And I do not want to necessarily contribute to the whole productivity, maybe a bit of almost like a toxic environment sometimes that I see happening with knitting, where it becomes more about just the end result and just producing as much as possible. I hope to bring about a sense of calmness and joy and satisfaction from actually having completed projects that I've set out to do, and hopefully be more intentional with the things I make. Just wanted to do a little disclaimer there. So anyway, this is supposed to be very fun. So that being said, let's check out all the projects I have. Let's make like a full list. Feel free to copy this, feel free to go along with this. I would love to, if I can in any way motivate anybody to pick up those needles and maybe grab an old project that is still a work in progress, then I am so happy if you want to come along with me. Okay, let's start with the thing that I am most close to finishing. It's a new summer knitted top. I don't really have a name for it yet. It is absolutely, if I say so myself, gorgeous. It's structured lace. I tried some new structures for this and a new construction as well. So I am really excited about this one, and I don't have, like, I think less than 4 inches left to do. I estimate about 4 hours remaining. I think that's like a pretty solid estimate of it. So this one I think I'm gonna be able to complete in about 4 hours. And I'm using Sannes Garn Line for this in the color Pink Lilac. Okay, my next project is the Vanilla Chilla Tea light version. So I have the Vanilla Chilla, let me show you. This is being test knitted at the moment. It's a very basic t-shirt with a very nice color finishing. And here you also have, it's like just folded, so it just creates like a really nice finishing. Also the hem, and this is worked in a DK weight yarn, and somebody pointed out to me, like, they live in a really hot country, they're not able to wear DK weight knits in the summer, so I am making the exact same t-shirt but in a fingering weight yarn instead, in a dark blue, wait, no, it's the wrong way around, in a dark blue color. I'm working on 3mm needles, so this is taking forever to knit up, but I know this is a piece that I'm just gonna be wearing so much in the summer. I love to wear dark blue. I think it looks good on me, but it's not a color that I'm necessarily like excited about in a way where it's like, oh, like it gives me dopamine kicks, but it's just something classic and soothing. So this has been a really soothing project for me. And okay, so let's do like an estimate. So I still have a little bit of the lower body. I think 3 or 4 hours for that. Then I need to do the collar, and I think that's gonna take 3 hours. I wanna say 2 hours, but realistically, I think it's like more close to 3 or 4 hours because I'm gonna have to work it with even smaller size needles. And then I have the sleeves, so I would say, I mean, I think it's gonna be like 8 hours because I think I wanna make them a little longer, not totally t-shirt length, but like 3/4 length. So we'll put 10 hours for each sleeve. So 10 plus 10 plus 4 plus 4. That's already, oh my God, that's like so many hours. Like this also makes you realize like just how much time knitting takes. Okay, but that's like, it's doable, right? I just have to work on it, keep it with me. Okay, so that was project number 2. Okay, the next project is a striped long sleeve blouse, or that's what it's gonna be. Also worked on 3mm needles. I have like been casting on just projects with like very, very tiny needles. So this is just like a striped, really adore the color combinations, like this ice blue or dusty blue with a dark brown. I would say body and hem, roughly 3 to 4 hours, color, few hours, 2-3 hours, and the sleeves, and I think definitely 8 to 10 hours per sleeve. I always think sleeves are very quick to knit, but since we had 3mm needles and I'm working on such a small size needle, yeah, exactly, I'm just repeating myself. So yeah, we have a fair amount of knitting, for sure. Okay, next up we have something very exciting that I just cast on in the weekend, or before the weekend. So I've done, actually, this is my second attempt at it. I am using this yarn that I've never tried before. It's from Majo Majo Yarns. It's like a blend of linen, cotton, and alpaca, I think. I need to check, but it's so nice to knit with. And I'm trying out a different way of shaping the yoke. And the unexpected thing is that I've created these puff sleeves, which wasn't really my initial plan, but I'm gonna try it on so you'll see how it looks. They're not as puffy when it's actually on a body, but up until yesterday I was very, very hesitant and was thinking I need to rip this back, but I'm actually thinking now to maybe embrace the puff and go with it. I just did an Instagram story with a poll. We'll see what people think, if I should embrace it or if I should just like redo, even though of course I'm gonna do what I want. Let's pop it on and see how it actually looks. I definitely think it looks better when it's actually on a person, but yeah, I don't know like how they're gonna, because if I pull, I have them now on a stitch wire, I'm gonna pull it, I think it looks quite nice. So maybe I have to just decrease stitches or do something. My initial plan was to make this like a long sleeved blouse. I wanted to be quite tight fitting, so not so oversized, because most of my things are just like, I always default to oversize because I'm such a like creature of comfort. But I'm thinking this one, I think it can be quite nice. I'm actually thinking of maybe adding some details that weren't in my initial plan. So maybe I'll just make it a short sleeved with like a puff and a little ribbon or something. And then maybe here for the body, maybe I'll make like a little frill or something, like go full on out. So basically change my total idea. But that's what happens, right? When you're knitting, when you're designing, that's the fun of it also, being able to adapt and improvise a little bit. But yeah, now seeing it on, I actually feel much more confident. I think it's gonna be nice. I don't think I'm gonna rip back. And here, so there's a lot of knitting left, obviously. We have the full body. I think that's gonna be 12 to 16 hours for sure. And sleeves, well, now it depends if I'm gonna make short or long sleeves, so a bit of a question mark, but I would definitely say maybe, let's say like 6 hours per sleeve, a good average. Okay, so the last thing that I would really want to finish, because I really want to wear this, because I don't have a red sweater, and I have already started this. This is a cinema sweater, just in a red merino. Sun has gone Sunday, held double, and I just really, really want a red sweater. Even though I know like Christmas is far away, but like obviously you can wear red throughout the season. And I've already come quite far with the sleeve. Yoke is done, and so I only have half a sleeve, the body, and a second sleeve. So I think that's body 16 hours, one sleeve maybe 6 hours, and this sleeve maybe 4 hours. So it's probably I need to add a few hours to each of those estimates if I'm completely honest. So I don't know, this is maybe like a bit of a bonus card, maybe not something that is super relevant for this video, but I'll still include it. This is like the bonus wild card. If I have the time, the energy, I'm gonna try to as well work on that. Also, I just popped on my comfort zone sweater in blue. Oh, I just really like this color, it gives me a lot of energy.
This is real life. This is YouTube. There we go.
Hello, it has been a week since I started making this video, and we have a finished object, people, which I am beyond stoked, because the whole point of making this little challenge for myself was to finish more of the things that I start, and I have. So yesterday I finished this blouse, and I'm gonna try it on in a second, or I'll insert some footage maybe of me wearing it here. This is really exhilarating because I feel I tried out so many new different techniques and shapings and details. With this one, I did have to rip back because of that exact reason, because I tried some new things. So I tried to make a little bit of a like frill here at the hem of this. Well, now it became a t-shirt or a blouse or I don't know, top. And I inserted, basically these are these like drawstring kind of tunnels that I made with, I think it's called a welt in English. I think that's the correct name for this. I'm not 100% sure, so I need to check that out. But basically it's like a double knitted tunnel thing that is repeated both on the front side and the back side. And then in the end, I thought it looked so nice with just these puff sleeves just being kind of raw edge like this. So I just went ahead and cast off. I tried a few different things before just realizing that this is what I wanted to be like. So yeah, and then I did this I-cord, little tie strings that you can then use to just tighten it around the waist. So this took me a week, and I had only, if you remember in the beginning of this video, like a little bit of the yoke, or I think the yoke was done. So I've knitted the entire body and yeah, had to do some ripping back and shenanigans. So very excited. First project done. And my progress on the other projects is I did actually knit a little bit on this pink lace top, so I don't have that much further to go. I'm thinking maybe to tackle this now and really focus on it, because I think it's gonna be pretty quick. And then I have also actually almost finished the entire body and hem of this stripy project. Hello. I think this is week 4 of me doing this project of trying to finish 5 of my knits, and I want to give a bit of a progress update. First up, we have a knit that I've completed. So it was this pink lace top. I just finished the hem just in time for a little photo shoot we did last week. I'll insert the photos here. I think it became so nice. I just like in the morning, like literally bound off the hem before we went out to shoot this. And yeah, I think this turned out really, really nice. I really like it. So now I just need to figure out a name for it. I have been working on the pattern. I need to just like polish that up, put it out for test knitting, and then I'll be able to release this hopefully maybe, I think probably like around end of June, July. Okay, and then I have the projects that I feel like never get completed. So I am still working on my striped blouse situation, but I'm almost finished with one of the sleeves. So I've also done some progress, but it's just like, it's taking a long time. But so excited to wear this. I think it's gonna be super nice. Not blocked this yet. I really feel like blocking it because it's quite like, yeah, I just think that would do it well. Then I actually also picked up, like I just felt like knitting a little bit of wool and merino on my needles. So I worked on my red cinema sweater the other evening. So I actually finished one of the sleeves, and I did actually do some modifications. I decreased, I think, quite a bit more than in the cinema sweater original pattern. And I think I'm gonna do the same for the body. I think I want to have like a pretty like narrow hem and maybe a bit wider than my cinema sweater original pattern. And if I do the modifications, I'll probably update the pattern with those or put them somewhere so you can see it. But yeah, I finished the sleeve. I guess that's some progress. And then we have also this project. My Vanilla Chilla light tee, which is all wrinkly and covered in cat hair. But we also have the sleeve. I mean, I've done oh, it really looks like stockinette stitch projects. We were just talking with Sari, who I make the podcast Knit and Tell with, like stockinette projects, when they're a little wrinkly like this, and then they, especially darker colors when you have like hairs, like they just look so bad. So this also really needs to be blocked. And yeah, it doesn't look so great at the moment, but I think that the sleeve length is beginning to be close to the like 3/4 length that I'm envisioning for this, and I've not done the collar yet. So, but that is where I'm at the moment. Obviously, this is like taking much longer than I anticipated, partly because I'm working on such small needles. I was sick a little bit for some days, so I didn't really have that much knitting mojo energy. And it's okay. Like, I think I'll keep on knitting this week, and then I'll maybe just decide to release this video, even though maybe I won't be able to finish all my projects. And that's kind of okay. I think this is, again, something that we do for the slowness and the enjoyment of it, and I don't think it should be like super performance based and just like productivity result orientated. So I'm totally fine with that. But of course, I'm gonna try to work on them a little bit more so I can show you more of an end result in a few days. I have an update. Oh, it's all a mess. I have managed to finish the first sleeve of my striped blouse, and now I am almost like halfway through the second sleeve. So I think for this video, I'm gonna try to finish this and call it an end because it's just really taking a long time. But I decided to go, like I was really unsure about how to end the sleeve, but I decided to just like do a regular bind off so it rolls a little bit of decreasing and then kind of let it roll. And I think that's like a pretty nice way to do it. It's quite like wide, the sleeve. It's like a really relaxed, nice thing. And then you're like, yeah, I really like the little tie string here at the end.